Hello, everybody. This is the Shadow Work and Spirituality tea session.
There we go.
Yay!
Oh, it's so good to be here.
Yes. So I've got a heck of a thunderstorm over me, so y'all will probably hear it. Hopefully, I don't lose power in the middle of this.
Wow, really?
Yeah. As soon as I sat down, it started. I'm like, really now? Okay.
Of course. I'm gonna say that that's partially our energies coming together. Maybe
Yes.
bringing in that thunder to transmute some really dense, heavy stuff for the collective, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
I love that. It's kind of a gray day here. It might rain here as well in Toronto. I'm just letting some smoke cleanse here, cleanse the space.
Sorry, I brought my lapidolite.
Oh yeah. We came prepared.
Yes.
We came prepared. We're going to be diving into some heavier topics, perhaps.
Yes.
I know that I'm ready to share and explore those spaces.
Yes, me too.
And when you reached out to me, I was like, oh my God, yes, please. Like, I've been waiting. Right?
Yes,
Like,
yes. I know I reached out to you some time ago and then had another little shadow I had to creep through.
yep, same. I know I was looking back at our messages and was like, the last time we touched base about it was May, and you were like, still interested, but still working through some stuff too. And I was like, oh, that's all good. It's gonna happen in divine timing and alignment.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been so excited about this. I'm like, oh, I finally feel like a decent person. Let's do this.
All about readiness, right? I feel like during the summertime, you know, there's a lightness in the energy anyways, where people are like, man, I've been cooped up, like the weather's nicer, things are opening up again, let me go outside. So yeah, I don't think it would have been appropriate, but now that things are slowing down and we're headed towards fall, I feel like this is definitely an appropriate time for us to explore it. So
Absolutely.
All in divine timing.
Absolutely. And fall is a perfect time for shadow work. You know,
Yes.
it's just that season of your life, you know, where you're going in and reflecting back, just like the trees, you know, it looks like they're dead, but they're really just inward, resting, getting ready for the next season. So
100%.
yes.
100%. And it makes amazing fertilizer, right? It's always like feeding into one another. So
composting.
yes. I feel like we should probably put a disclaimer or a trigger warning. Yes, I love that. I love that we're both facing our shadow just literally by jumping into this space as well, right? Because like I know for myself, stepping out to be seen in a more public way feels very triggering for me.
Same. I was a nervous wreck. I reached out to you just before. I'm like, I haven't been live in forever.
Yeah, so I'm curious to know what that spark of inspiration was to facilitate this.
I would say the spark of inspiration, one, the clients that I've worked with when they come in to doing shadow work with me, they often don't understand what they're stepping into. They see in the spiritual community and on social media the end result, or that higher season for someone where they've come out of the shadow work and they're on that high. And so when they don't get the unicorns and butterflies and rainbows right away, and it gets heavy, it's really heavy, they don't know. It's totally unexpected. So much stuff comes up, and some of them quit because it's like, this is what I signed up for. They don't realize it really is a form of therapy.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
You know, so often we share the best part of ourselves on social media, and we're not sharing all the time the truth. And for me, you have always been so genuine and authentic and raw, and you really show people what you're moving through, and I really admire that. And I think we need more of that on here.
Yeah, thank you so much for touching on that, because I definitely feel perfectly aligned with that statement and understanding the that it's all of it. It's the light and the dark. And our branches can only extend up into the heavens as deep as our roots are planted in hell,
Yes.
like as above, so below. So I feel like people wind up, getting stuck or not knowing how to move through, but we're multidimensional and we have to explore all sides and all aspects of our experience.
Right.
And when I first had my spiritual awakening, I woke up to spirituality and was like, oh, what's this community? Cool. Like, I feel like these are my people.
Yeah.
Not enough people were talking about their experience, or like you said, they were sharing the outcome, right,
Yes.
of the process, but they weren't showing the process.
Yes.
And I was like moving through that process myself and was like, but why isn't anyone showing it? And then I started to show it, and then I understood why people weren't showing it as well.
Yeah, people, it's hard for people to watch as well, someone going through that hardship, because like this, we have a trigger warning on here. It can be triggering because there are aspects that someone's going to connect to and they're going to feel triggered. And if they're not prepared to move through that, you don't want to see it. But it's our responsibility as being some people in this community that are sharing our true experience that you see that side of it.
Absolutely agree. Yeah, there have definitely been times when I'm like in a super raw, vulnerable space, moving through the thick of something, and I'll just quickly document it. I'm all about documenting the process and showing it even when it's hard to look at. And I actually see the split and the divide. I see a group of people that are like, wow, thank you so much for sharing that truth and sharing your vulnerability with us, and showing that it's okay to move through that, right? And then the other side that, like you said, feel really triggered and uncomfortable because they haven't yet dove into that aspect within themselves, will often project onto me as well to say, you know, oh, sorry you're moving through that, or they'll just sort of deflect and not see the true intention in sharing that, right?
Right.
And then you feel like discredited in a way, or being like, well, how can I be a healer? How can I be a way shower and still be seen as someone that can show the way? And for me, healers are in the trenches with you. It's not someone that's a guru that's sitting on the mountaintop. It's someone that's right down in the village with the people, moving through the same lived experience and speaking from a place of embodiment through practicality. Like, I feel like that's what we're moving towards, and the age of gurus and masters and mentors sort of just being that divine channel is becoming more grounded and tangible and practical for the people.
Yes, I agree. So do you want us to go ahead and share a little bit about our spiritual awakening and how we got here? Do you want to go first?
Heck yes. I would love for you to start. I know that I've heard little bits and pieces of it through your open, honest shares, but yeah, I would love for you to go first.